If you're a person who uses named ranges, it's important to know how to use named ranges in code. Quite simply, the sorts of things you do with named ranges are create them, select them, and delete them. So what I'm going to do is give you a rundown on how actually you do that in Excel using code. For example, I'd like to close this file close, and save yes. And then I'm going to ask you to create a copy of budget 2. So I'm going to go File, Open, and open budget 2, and then I'm going to press the shortcut key F12 to save as, and save this file as Chapter 7. So we've got a copy of budget 2 saved as Chapter 7, and it's a macro-enabled workbook, and save. What I'd like to do is then first of all create a new module in my Visual Basic Editor. So I'll click in the Visual Basic Editor and I'll click Insert in the menu and choose Module. I'll also go to View and bring up the Project Explorer, and go to View again and bring up the Properties window. What I'd like to do is I'd like to name this module Mod Ranges. And what I'd like to do is create a sub-procedure. This sub-procedure is to be called Name Ranges. So sub name ranges. Open bracket, close bracket. The first thing I want to do is select the range A1 to D15. So range bracket A1 to D15, select. Then I want to name that range the year 2012. So what we'll do here is selection, full stop name equals year 2012. And that's named that selection, that range. Then I'd like to select another range. So I might take a copy of this information here, paste it down here, and change the range from A1 to D7 to E13. So I want to select that range, and then I want to name that selection Other Year. So selection, full stop name, equals Other Year. And you're not allowed spaces when you name ranges, which has always been the case despite code. Then I'd like to turn around and select the range called Year 2012. So range, Year 2012, select. And that selects that. And then I want to delete not the cells but the named range. So then I'm going to go to Names, full stop Item, and the item is called Year 2012, and I want to delete it. And that quite simply is selecting a range and naming it, selecting another range and naming it, selecting a range by its name, and deleting a range. So I'm going to press F8 and let's have a look at this. F8 will first of all select the range A1 to D5. When I press F8 again and then look up in the name box, I can see I've just named that range Year 2012, which is that statement there. Now I'm going to select a different range, D7 to E13, and when I press F8 on this command, in the name box, I'll see the name Other Year appear. F8, and there it appears there. I've named that range Other Year. Now I'm going to press F8 and select my earlier range, which was named Year 2012, and I'm going to delete it. So this will disappear from the name box as soon as I go F8, and the named range has disappeared. And so that's how you write code that refers to named ranges, creates them, and deletes them.